The rumor making run right now on social media as we speak is that they said Ooni of Ife stormed Queen Naomi's church in Akure. Yes, so they said when he arrived, in fact, church was fully on session, like everybody were well seated. They said the church services was going on, everybody was seated, everywhere was quiet. All of a sudden they saw the usher beckoning on each other, giving each other sign. They were just running, all those kind of things. They were like, what is going on, who is there? And the news now came to Queen Naomi that is Ooni of Ife. They said Queen Naomi quickly jump up, she stood up, quickly rushed outside to go and welcome him. In fact, they said when Oni arrived the church premises, that in fact he came with his convoy, that you need to see even some dignitary, like the dignitary from Ile-Ife, from Akure joined him, and especially the Deji of Akure also, accompany him, because of course when a great man like that is visiting any state, the other great men there has to be on guard, to welcome him and also, be with him. So that was exactly what they say happened, that, Deji of Akure came with him and some other elders from Akure, and, some dignitary, some traditional rulers in Akure join him, in welcoming him, and also follow him down to Queen Naomi's church. And they said when they got to the church, everywhere was like, in fact, now, of course, they never knew that he would be coming, because they said, like what he said when he was addressing the church, that he want to just surprise Queen Naomi, that he want to surprise everybody. That was why I didn't even send message to her that he will be coming, because already he knows her schedule. In fact, not be smart, he said he knows her schedule. Imagine, he knows that Queen Naomi is in town, and he knows that definitely Queen Naomi will be in church. Of course, where else could she be if not in the church? That is her main work. That is her main job right now. Okay. So they said when he entered, they quickly arranged seats, he sat down. In fact, they said everywhere changed, the atmosphere changed, everybody were happy, there's this jubilation, some were shouting, some were praising him. So, different activity, because of his presence. And they said, when it was time, they ushered him, they welcomed him to the podium. He came, to the pulpit rather. He came and he gave some words of encouragement to encourage the church and to encourage everybody, especially the situation right now in the country, that they should not lose hope, they should not lose faith, they should keep on their good work, and they should always focus on God, because of course what God cannot do definitely does not exist, because God can do the impossible. When they say there is no way, he make a way. When all hope is lost, he come and give hope. God is always there for us if we believe and trust him for who he is. So they said Oni just went on and on encouraging them and everything, and they said everybody was just happy the way he spoke to them. And in fact, they said the climax of it all was when he started eulogizing Queen Naomi, singing Queen Naomi's praises, talking about how much he has missed Queen Naomi in the palace, how Queen Naomi has brought changes to his life, how the palace has been empty, despite the fact that there are people in the palace, but as long as Queen Naomi is not in the palace, that the palace always look empty to him. That if sometimes he will just sit and he will like, what is missing, as if he's missing something, as if something is missing, as if there's something that is missing, until you will not realize that, it's Queen Naomi that is not around. That is why it feels as if he's missing something. Imagine this kind of love, like this, everybody were just shouting, praising, that kind of a thing now, because the things that they said only was just saying about Queen Naomi was just too much. Like, he was just pouring out his heart, saying good things, eulogizing her, praising her, giving her sweet words, and also and they said, in fact, when the moment he mentioned that, look, Queen Naomi is returning back to the palace soonest, if possible this month, yes, so that Queen Naomi will be returning, they said everybody just jump up and they were shouting, yeah, that kind of a thing now. Everybody was just shouting that, yes, it is time for her to return, actually. And they said only, told them that they shouldn't worry, that, he knows that now that he has announced that Queen Naomi will be returning to the palace, he knows that some of them will not be happy, some will be happy, even though some will be happy, but in the midst of that happiness, they will like, they will mix her and all that. He said, look, don't think like that. Queen Naomi will be coming often to come and fellowship with you people, that he will make sure that Queen Naomi come often to come, and fellowship with them and spend time with them, that they are not going to miss out, that this Akure is her home, Ile-Ife is her home, that whichever way she choose to fellowship, of course she can do that, Queen Naomi has that privilege, and he has that chance, okay, that he's not going to take Queen Naomi from them, that they should just calm down, they should relax, and Queen Naomi will still be coming often, that he will make sure that he see to that. And they say everybody were just shouting, thanking him, and shouting, Kabiyesi o, Kabiyesi o. They say, in fact, they said only crack jokes, only if it's full of jokes and all that. If we are conversant with the way he talk, he cannot talk without cracking jokes, you understand? So now they said, the visit was a great surprise to Queen Naomi, that Queen Naomi was shocked all through the entire time, that Queen Naomi was just surprised, that you could just see it in her face, that she was surprised, but because she never expected that Ooni would storm the church the way he did. And he didn't even come alone, he came with convoy and with other dignitaries. You know what that means? In fact, they said it was not a small thing, that the church service was wow. And in fact, they also generated a whole lot of money today. Yes, so they said they generated a lot of money in the church when Ooni visited, because they said the dignitary that came, in fact, you need to see what they were dropping as offering. They were just dropping bundles, some were dropping cash, like checks and all that. They said, in fact, they really bless the church. They didn't just come, they actually blessed the church before they left. And they said, in fact, the whole church, in fact, some people only literally even give them money. Yes, so like those that were going to meet him one-on-one, greeting him and all that, you just see only deep hand in his pocket, in his the PA that is with him, we just beckon on the PA to give him some cash. He will give him. That is how they say Ooni started sharing money, because he was so happy, to go and announce to them that Queen Naomi will soon join him in the palace, that he has really missed her. You're all welcome back again to my channel. Nice meeting you here once again. It is my pleasure to have you here. Now, if you are here and you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly help me hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. So, my people, this is the rumor that is making round right now on social media, that I got to got my attention, and I say no, I have to come and also drop it here, so that you guys will hear what is happening right now in Akure. And so they said Ooni actually visited, and Queen Naomi was surprised. Tadenikawo, in fact, they said immediately he saw the father, he ran, and greeted the father. As a child now, he didn't know, the rules and the protocol and everything. They said the innocent boy just ran and hugged the father and everything. And they said, in fact, it was a joyous moment. It was a great jubilation. It was a great celebration, that all through the entire time that Ooni was in the church, they said Tadenikawo was just seated in his lap. He was just everywhere around Ooni of Ife. In fact, Ooni himself, they said, never let Tadenikawo go. He was always carrying him. The boy want to go down, he will always have, where you go, to all those kind of things. So they said it was a great moment. It was a great moment. It was a happy moment in Ile-Ife. In fact, they said when they left the church, they also went straight to Deji of Akure's palace, and where they said he spent some time with Deji of Akure and everything, and he left and he went to Queen Naomi's house. Hey, it's not a small thing. Yes, so you can't just come like that without getting to Queen Naomi's home. They say he went there because Ooni, that we know, is a lover of people. Yes, Ooni love people. He love meeting people. He love spending time with people. He love just seeing people around him. So that is why he's like that. Of course, if you had to be some persons from that church straight, is going back to Ile-Ife, but they said I didn't do that. He followed Deji of Akure, because Deji of Akure honor him, follow him everywhere. And now that he has to also visit the Deji of Akure's palace. And when he left there, they said he went to Queen Naomi's home, where he stayed for a while. Queen Naomi, as usual, and I entertained him. He was there. They spent some time together. The people that follow him, they make sure they were well taken care of. That is the guards and the convoy that follow Ooni of Ife. They were well taken taken care of, they well entertained, and they said they spent time together. Queen Naomi and Ooni of Ife spent time together, quality time together, sitting, gisting, talking, Of course, now that she's returning back, they have a lot to catch up with, they have a lot to discuss. So they said they have one-on-one discussion that it was in Queen Naomi's private room, so nobody know what they discussed, but they said they went and they had a heart-to-heart discussion. In fact, it was a closed-door meeting, according to what they said, allegedly, that Ooni had a closed-door meeting with Queen Naomi, and in fact, he had a sweat time with Queen Naomi, and they said, in fact, the whole of Akure were just as if somebody visited from, I don't know, that the whole place was just in, everybody want to see Ooni of Ife, and because we know that once you see Ooni of Ife, money, cash must roll. So because of that, now they said most people were coming just for the sake of getting cash from Ooni of Ife, and they said Ooni of Ife in his turn, didn't spare them, was actually giving them money, like that. And they said spend time with Tadenikawa and Queen Naomi, and he returned back to Ile Ife. So my people, this is the rumor that make the round today, and I said I will come here and also let you guys know. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for standing by. I love you all. I appreciate you. God bless you till I come your way again. Bye for now.